Hello, this is my third video talking about breathing strategies. I want to start off with a really quick and easy one. Sighing. Go ahead and sigh right now. Ah, you feel a little bit better, don't you? Well, it turns out that sighing activates the parasympathetic nervous system. You may not have heard of the parasympathetic nervous system, but you've certainly heard of the fight flight response. The fight flight response is what happens when our sympathetic nervous system is activated. The parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system are what we call reciprocally inhibited. So if the sympathetic nervous system is high, then the parasympathetic nervous system is low, and then vice versa. It kind of basically means that, your heart rate can't be beating fast and slow at the same time. Your extra blood can't be in your arms and legs, allowing you to fight and run, and in your stomach, allowing you to digest food at the same time. They're reciprocally inhibited. And it turns out that sighing actually stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, allowing us to relax. We get a similar response from taking a deep breath. Now, some people say, okay, take a deep breath. How relaxing did that look? Not very relaxing, did it? So, a deep breath more like this, a more of a natural, comfortable deep breath, like preferably you're going to use your diaphragm, filling up the bottom of your lungs first. Many of you get anxious trying to breathe from your diaphragm. Your diaphragm, if you don't know what it is, it's a band of muscles that are kind of arch shaped, that when you breathe in properly, they flatten, allowing the bottom of the lungs to expand. It turns out that we can't really get oxygen into the top parts of our lungs. We can only get oxygen into the bottom parts of our lungs. So if you're breathing from your chest, then you're expelling carbon dioxide and not getting oxygen in. And when our carbon dioxide levels get too low, our blood vessels narrow and our brain sends signals to another part of our brain that tells us to speed up respiration. And that only makes things worse because we only end up releasing too much carbon dioxide. It only makes things worse because we're not getting enough oxygen into the bloodstream and into the brain. Now, if you have trouble breathing from your diaphragm, no fears. There are many ways, many tricks to use, but the one that I've found to be foolproof is you just raise your arms over your head. Now do this and then breathe. Try to breathe from your chest. You can't. You naturally breathe from your diaphragm. Now, I'm not saying that when you feel anxious, you're walking in a grocery store or you're with some friends and you get anxious and you don't, no, I'm not suggesting you put your arms up. That would be ridiculous and it might make you anxious because you'd be worried about what other people think. This is more to get the feeling of it. So while doing this, you can feel your diaphragm working. Feel it? And then, as you get comfortable with this new way of breathing, continuing to breathe from your diaphragm as you bring your hands down. I want to end with something that I learned in a yoga session. Relaxation is fabulous. But one of the complaints that I get is that, oh gosh, now I feel so tired. So, one of the things that you can do is to use breathing in this manner to help you to feel more alert, more awake. And it doesn't work for everyone. It works for me, and hopefully it'll work for you. So you take in a normal to large sized breath. And when you breathe out in short little spurts like this. Try it with me, breathing in and short little spurts out. Doing it 3 more times, but with your eyes closed. And then breathing, taking 3 more breaths. And after your next exhalation, opening your eyes. And best of luck with these breathing strategies. I hope they're helpful. Take care.